Hello everybody and welcome to Castlevania Legacy of Darkness for the N64. Inappropriate content, so viewer discretion is advised. Anyway, let's get started. After a short cutscene, we get to start the game. And let's start a new one. Actually, we need normal on that one, so yep, there we go. I forget why Henry's unlocked, but either way, let's start with Cornell and work from there. I don't think I actually can play a game, you know, and we get unlockable characters after that. It doesn't like it matters. I'm going to be doing Cornell and Henry in this particular version of the game, and Reinhard and Carrie on the other version, because there are two versions of it. I mean, the story is essentially the same. There are some different levels on the Legacy of Darkness version for Carrie and Reinhard, but nothing too important. Either way, this was essentially the first 3D Castlevania game, and honestly, well, let's just say this game has a reputation. It's not exactly a good one because of the rather terrible camera angles and platforming controls, but what type of Alright, I apologize. I really don't know what that thing was. I don't think it was a wasp. Either way, after that, we get a cutscene of our main character, Cornell, in the burning village. I should mention that there is voice acting, so I'll try keeping quiet for that, but in this burning village, we see it's getting attacked by skeletons, some of which have some terrible pathing because they walk off roofs for some reason. And the narration. I thought there was one. There it goes.
Cornell, also known as Blue Crescent Moon. Through magic of the ancients, this man-beast warrior obtained a physical body of near immortality and a power that surpasses that of a wild beast. The man-beasts, choosing to live harmoniously with humans, sealed away their enormous magical powers to prevent them from being used. However, through severe ascetic training, Cornell acquired the art for releasing the sealed man-wolf power. After a year of traveling and ascetic training, Cornell rushed back to his village, only to find that evil spirits had set the village on fire, engulfing the village in a lotus flower of flames. His only living blood relative, his sister Ada, was carried away by the evil spirits. Now he must save her. Cornell uses the man-wolf's acute sense of smell to track the scent of his sister's blood. Reinhard Schneider, Carrie Fernandez. We go back 8 years in time, before the period in which these two young warriors risked their lives battling against the devil. Now, the truth that has been shrouded in the gloom of darkness will be revealed.
Must be the intro of the other N64 version I'm thinking of, because I'm pretty sure they actually cut his narration short. Either way, after we get dropped off by this ferryman, which we never actually referred to again for some reason. In fact, I think he's probably one of the only people that you see in the game that is not an enemy. One of the very, very few. Because, let's hear, you got the salesman. I forget whether the mother and child are in this version, and the guy that's actively hunting for Dracula and is doing a terrible job at it because he clearly doesn't know what he's doing. And honestly, I think that's and the salesman, and that's about all I can think of offhand. Anyway, probably one of the worst things about this particular game are the controls. Because the camera is a rather big problem, seeing as you can't really change your camera angle. You have to use CE to actually activate items and open doors. And unlike some games like Super Mario 64 or Super Mario 64 or Legend of Zelda, it doesn't actually let you grab ledges immediately after getting near them. Am I seeing that right, or is that a graphical glitch? No, I guess that is a secret. Honestly, I don't think I was aware of that. No, well. Either way, unlike those games I mentioned, you can't actually just hold it. You can't actually just hold on to cliffs by just touching them. You actually have to hold your jump button, which is a real big annoyance because there's a lot of fast-paced moving in this game. So the last thing you want to do is be unable to jump right after doing something, because there is a lot of fall spots in this game. Of course, the fact that the camera can change while you're moving doesn't really help much either. I can't grab that. There it goes. You have to be positioned pretty precisely to actually do stuff. Pretty sure there is a combat mode where it keeps the enemies on screen, but most of them will be off screen for the majority of the time. Personally, I wouldn't mind the N64 versions if they played kind of like this upcoming boss fight that we're going to have to deal with. Because I think a 3D perspective on a 2D plane could have been done pretty well on the N64, but they decided to try doing 3D all the way around, and it just doesn't work right. Anyway, I know there's a lot of dramatic music, but to my knowledge there is actually no time limit, so just take your time and get out of here. What's here? I think there is an item here, actually. Again, make sure you hold your jump button. You see, the ship goes down. I should also mention that I would highly recommend playing on normal mode. And the main reason for that is because the game sort of stops halfway through if you try doing it on easy. Which I wasn't knowing that the first time we were playing around. I mean, really, easy mode is essentially you just get infinite gold. I mean, really, there's pretty much no other changes outside of that. Roast chicken heals you for 50%. Red gems are the hearts in this game. And here's what I mean by this first boss fight. Now see, if it was actually done like this, where it was a 3D perspective, because you can't actually walk off the thing during this boss fight on a 2D plane, I think this game would have done actually pretty well, both versions of this. Make sure you do not move after you beat the boss because it turns it back to a 3D perspective. There you go. Either way, I think it could have been done well if that was the way it actually was played at, but unfortunately, that's about it for the positive. Anyway, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope everybody enjoyed this. I'm planning on doing one scene per episode, so let's get... So I'll be doing the next one momentarily, so everybody have a good day.